The Treasure of Lemon Brown, Part 2. Anyway, he went off to war, and I went off still playing and singing. Of course, by then I wasn't as much as I used to be, now without somebody to make it worth the while. You know what I mean? Yeah, Greg nodded, not quite really knowing. I traveled around, and one time I come home, and there was this letter saying Jesse got killed in the war. Broke my heart, it truly did. They sent back what he had with him over there, and what it was is this old-mouthed fiddle, and these clippings. Him carrying it around with him like that told me it meant something to him. That was my treasure. And when I give it to him, he treated it just like that, a treasure. Ain't that something? Yeah, I guess so, Greg said. You guess so? Lemon Brown's voice rose an octave as he started to put his treasure back into the plastic. Well, you gotta guess, 'cause you sure don't know nothing. You don't know enough to get home when it's raining. I guess. You're right. You okay for a youngster, the old man said as he tied the strings around his leg. Better than those scalawags that come here looking for my treasure, that's for sure. You really think that treasure of yours was worth fighting for, Greg asked? Against a pipe? What else a man got excepting what he can pass on to his son or his daughter if she be his oldest, Lemon Brown said. For a big-headed boy, you sure do ask a lot of foolish questions. Lemon Brown got up after patting his rags in place and looked out the window again. Looks like they're gone. You get on out here and get yourself home. I'll be watching from the window, so you'll be all right. Lemon Brown went down the stairs behind Greg. When they reached the front door, the old man looked out first, saw the street was clear, and told Greg to scoot on home. You sure you'll be okay? Greg asked. Now, didn't I tell you I was going to East St. Louis in the morning? Lemon Brown asked. Don't that sound okay to you? Sure it does, Greg said. Sure it does. And you take care of that treasure of yours. That I'll do, Lemon said, the wrinkles around his eyes suggesting a smile. That I'll do. The night had warmed and the rain had stopped, leaving puddles at the curbs. Greg didn't even want to think how late it was. He thought ahead of what his father would say and wondered if he should tell him about Lemon Brown. He thought about it until he reached his stoop and decided against it. Lemon Brown would be okay, Greg thought, with his memories and his treasure. Greg pushed a button over the bell marked Ridley, thought of the lecture he knew his father would give him, and smiled.